Hello and welcome to another episode of Puttering Outdoors. Today I'm going to be in the garage again. It seems like forever since I've been in the garage. I'm glad to be back in here and do a little bit of work. It's going to be a bigger project that I'm going to be doing today. Well, bigger in size and maybe bigger in the amount of stuff I got to do. I'm not sure. But what I want to do is create a stump bucket or trenching bucket. Yeah, that's what they call it. Trenching bucket or a stump bucket for my Kubota BX. I could buy one, but I don't know, what's the fun in that, just buying one? I'd rather make one myself and you know, get the experience of making stuff, and you know, it's a little bit cheaper too. At first I had planned to make it where I could pick it up with the where it would actually get attached to the forks and not be its own little unit. And the reason why I wanted to do it with the forks is because I didn't want to go through the trouble of creating the skid steer quick attach. You know, that's a little complicated. I don't have a metal brake here or anything like that, so I figured I'd use the forks. Plus, on top of that, I thought that the forks would add a lot of force, I guess, or it'd be like a strong back for the actual bucket. I bought 3/16 inch plate. But since then, since I made those plans, Lucas from Pete's Peak Happy Homesteading made a video where he bought this skid steer quick attach from Weaver, and I checked out the Weaver.ca website. I mean, I'm here in Canada, so I checked out the Canadian website, and they offered one at a 1/4 inch thick steel. So I pulled the trigger, I bought it, and I received it, and it seems to be in good shape. It is a 1/4 inch thick. It seems to be good. I haven't test fitted it on my loader yet. I'm gonna go ahead and build it. I mean, the reason why I didn't test it on my loader yet is because I got the snowblower on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to, you know, create the stump bucket out of that thing there, out of the skid steer quick attach, and this 3/16 inch metal. I hope it's going to be strong enough. I'm not sure. I might have to add some wear plates underneath in order to make it sturdier. I do have some flat stock here where I could put underneath as wear plate. I haven't figured out yet what I'm going to do for the digging part, the teeth. I might just leave it as is and, you know, modify it later on. I like the idea of having the forks as the strong back for the bucket, just for the rigidity. However, it would have made it a lot heavier, because I mean, those forks themselves, just the two tines, I think they weigh over 120 pounds total for the both of them. So that would eliminate a lot of the breakout force that I would have with the loader. So there's pros and cons. Like, you know, I would have had the rigidity of the forks, but then again, I would have had, you know, less breakout force just because it would have added that much more weight to it. So I'm gonna try it out this way, and if it doesn't work, I can always, you know, modify what I made or just make something new. You know, it's all in the fun process. I made some plans, a basic plan, just so I know what angles and measurements to cut my steel plate. I'll use the plasma cutter for that and my welder to weld everything up, and hopefully it'll go quick. Okay, so I'm getting myself set up here to cut the base of the stump bucket. And I'm gonna make it 16 inches wide. And when I got this plate from the metal shop, they didn't cut the edges too straight, so I'm gonna have to straighten them out at first. So I'm just gonna set up set a line so I can cut it straight, and then hopefully square that up nice and cut my 16 inch width. At first it was a little bit wider because I had planned for putting it on the forks, and the narrowest part that I could put the forks on was, I think, 18 or 19 inches. So I'm gonna have like a 3-inch piece left, which is fine. I mean, I can use that for something else. I know I shouldn't be using a carpenter square for metal work, but a square is a square, right? What what I'm measuring right now is for the thickness of the guide to the tip where it's gonna cut. I want to make sure that's aligned right. So I'm 14 millimeters. That looks right there. Check it again just to make sure it didn't move. 14. That should be good there. Should be good. All right, let me get masked up and gloves and whatever, and then I'll get this cut. Of course, I forgot to put the ground. Don't forget to put the ground. Okay, so the first cut didn't go 100% just because I think I was going too fast and it didn't cut all the way through all over the place. But I did polish it up, or I did grind it down flat, and it looks great now. I got the next cut set up here, and I'll do that one, and I'm gonna go quite a bit slower just to make sure that I only have to do one pass and one pass only. That way there, hopefully the cut's gonna be nicer and cleaner, and hopefully, anyways, that's the plan. Okay, I'm setting up to cut the sides now. I got done cutting the base plate. I cut the length, I didn't record that just because it was another cut. I don't know if you can see the markings. At the front edge here, I'm gonna have a 55-inch lip at the front edge right here. And then this is gonna go up on an angle to be about the height of the skid steer quick attach. So I got that line there that I gotta cut, and I gotta cut here. And this will be one of the sides. Let's see how closely they match. Still a little bit warm. That's pretty good. I like it. Okay, that's all the cutting that needs to be done. I might cut some more in the top edge here in order to have some teeth in case I get into roots and stuff like that, so you can cut through the roots. I'm gonna stop for today. I'm gonna be back in here tomorrow. For you guys, it's gonna be just a split second, but you know, until then. All right, I know I said I was gonna be here the next day, but life got in the way, and it's been a couple of days since I've been in the garage to work on this stump bucket. I've done a little bit of work. I drew the lines on the quick attach to know where these side panels are gonna mount. Something like that. And another thing I did is I want to add a serrated edge to this in case I hit roots. That serrated edge will actually help cut through the roots. So I was trying to draw them directly onto the plate, but I just couldn't. I couldn't figure out a good measurement and good spacing and all that. So I did it in a CAD design, and I'll show you what it looks like. So now that I have the measurements that I need, I'm gonna draw those onto here and I'm gonna cut them, and I'll probably use the portable bandsaw to do that. I think it'll be a cleaner cut. The plasma cutter does really good, but I find that the edges that it leaves is a little rough. So I think with the bandsaw it'll be a little bit better, and it'll be easier to get a precision cut. I gotta cut every white line except the bottom line. So let me get this set up in the vise and get the bandsaw unhooked from its base over there and see how good I can get this cut. This is gonna be interesting. So instead of putting it in the vise, I decided to clamp it to the edge of my workbench here. It was a little bit too high in the vise. It would have been really awkward holding the portable bandsaw to cut these. This is a workout for the forearms. Whew. Okay, that worked pretty good. You know, this one here is a little curved, and this one here I kind of went off the wrong path at first, but then everything else, once I got used to it, it went okay. Wow, these teeth are aggressive. I don't know if they're gonna bend when I do hit roots, or I mean, this is 3/16 steel. It's not, you know, I mean, it's not hardened steel or anything like that, so it is flexible. This is just, I guess, a fun project to do, and whether it works good or not, well, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm having a good time here. So let me do the other one, and then after that we can tack these onto the quick attach plate. They're pretty good. I think I did a better job on the first one than the second one. I'm about to weld this up, and I just wanted to explain why I have this plate laying here. That's just because that's going to be the base of the bucket, and I want to make sure that when I do set these up, where this ends up, it touches the base of the bucket, so I have the proper width to weld, because I don't want it to have too much of a big gap where it wouldn't even touch and I wouldn't be able to weld it. So that's why I got that piece of metal down there, which is the actual base of the bucket. I'm gonna make it as parallel as I can. I mean, this is long enough where we'll be able to move it even after it's tacked. There's a profile of how it's gonna look. Something like that anyways. Okay, I test fitted the base. It looks like it's flared out a little bit at the top, but I can pull that in, no problem with straps or something. I made this, I could lay this base plate on here and then I can just tack weld the bottom first and try to pull that in somehow. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna weld the whole thing, but I'm gonna do it in parts just so it doesn't work too much. And then I'm gonna add some gussets here and there, just to give it more strength. But it's coming together. All right, let me just finish welding that up. I gotta open up some windows in here. It's getting pretty smoky in here. So yeah, let me finish welding that up and I'll show you the end product of this welded together. Okay, so the bucket is upside down right now, but here's the welds for the base of the bucket. I mean, I've laid some better welds before, but those are not bad beads at all. It'll hold. I still gotta weld the inside, but it's not too bad. I got these all welded up too. I still have to do a little plate for this back part here, where there's a separation. I think a 3-inch flat stock will fit there fine. I'm not sure. I'll have to measure. Looks pretty good. I like it. I don't know what I'm gonna do for teeth in the front yet, but we'll figure that out. Well, I had a little incident. My lead wire for my welder was touched a hot weld, and it kind of melted. And it exposed this wire, which is for the trigger. I mean, there's 2 of these wires for the trigger. It melted this one, and it melted this one where you can actually see the positive or negative lead. Thankfully, it didn't short out, anything like that. It still works. I just got to put some black tape on top of this and make sure it doesn't short out. And I should be able to button this back up. Here, I'll let you see what it looks like. I welded all the inside here, and it looks really good. I just got to put in that bar at the back, and I don't think I'll put those gussets. I think it should be strong enough the way it is. If I see that it needs it the first time I use it, and I'll only be able to use it in a couple of months. I mean, it's still all frozen outside. Come springtime, I do have a trench that I have to dig, and I'll record that for sure. But yeah, let me fix that lead for the welder, and I'll get back to you. Almost like new. Well, all right, after that fiasco of melting the welder wire, I think I'm gonna stop here, and it'll have to be a 2-part video. Like I said, I think I'm gonna put some gussets here. I'll think about it. I know I have to add the metal to cover that hole at the bottom here. It's 2.5 inches wide or tall, so too short for a 2-inch flat stock and too tall for a 3-inch. So like I said, I'm gonna leave you here, and I'll catch you in the next video where hopefully I finish that, or there might be one in between, because I know I got a little project that I gotta have to do, something that's a little bit off from this channel, but I don't know, hope you guys like it. So anyways, if you like this video, please like it, and I hope to see you again next time.